Yeah, first time to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Bashem Gakadash. The double honor to Apostle and teacher, great millstone from our learning truth, and I say Shalom to the whole look of Israel. I'm gonna turn this on something I saw in that movie, Leave the World Behind, and I think this is around closer to the end of the movie. I skimmed through it, but you have to go back and watch it a few more times anyway, to pick things from it. But there is a line near the end of the movie where the main character was trying to find some help for his son because apparently he was sick or injured or something. Like I said, I skimmed through it. But the line that guy said was that he was a useless man. He's useless without his phone. He's a useless man. He doesn't know what to do. He's a useless man. Help me. He was crying and pleading to another man for help because he was a useless man. He didn't know what to do. And that all these tough guys, social media are going to be in the same situation. They're going to be a useless men because the only men on this earth who have use are the men of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's it. Any real use. Now, you have your niggas who can start fire and whatnot, but the ones who are going to come out on the other side of the smoke are going to be the elect, and leading them is the men of Yahweh, his prophets, his 144,000. And even when you go into that, even like there's certain things that the men of the Lord, were able to do. For example, Yahweh Shai, I think he was into it's not carpentry. That was just a very lucrative, useful thing. You had prophets that were in fishing, warriors, but we King David, they like with Solomon, I think he was in the carpentry as well. But they all had with Jacob, they all had, like they all had skills of some type of use. But it all goes back into Yahweh Shema Shai, especially coming up into this time. We're not going to be able to do anything without him. Just when you're going, I like to reference this quite a bit with Daniel, but he was thrown in a lion's den. The Lord protected him. He sent the angel and said, "Shut up the mouths of the lions." But once again, that's why I mentioned why the only men who have actual use are the men who Yahweh Shemel Shai is guiding. He's guiding them. Giving, putting them on the correct path so they can make the correct decisions. For certain things. What's that? Lead my steps. Oh, there's another one where Lord teacheth my hands to war. Like Yahweh Shemel Shai is behind. He's behind all of this. He's the one who gives us what was that other one? Damn it. Two just flashed in my head. I know some Second Chronicles. But it says something along the lines of from the Lord cometh riches and power and fame. But it was all him. King Solomon. What King Solomon asked him for wisdom. Let me see. How does it? I'm trying to think of how it phrased a few words in there. First Kings 3 and 11. What's that movie? The Book of Eli. You know, that's another example where a guy was blind. You know, the main character was fucking blind, yet he talked about how he I think how he heard the voice, or I think he make sure he heard the voice that told him to go here and go there. It's been a little while since I've seen the movie, but he relied ultimately on, you know, that book was representative of the scriptures. I think it was actually the Bible. It was a Bible, yeah, but it was written in Braille too. So a nigga couldn't read it in the end when he got it. But dude was blind. He followed, you know, the voice of the Lord that was guiding him. And even when you go into those fight sequences, how I mentioned earlier, the Lord teacheth my hands to war. The Lord was guiding him in his movements. That's what I say. How about Shema Shah is behind everything of all these great men, you know? This is 1 Kings 3 and 11. I go 9. Give therefore thy servant 8, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this so great, justice thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord to Solomon and asked this thing. Let me see here. Verse 7, verse 10, the speech pleased the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah to Solomon and asked this thing. And Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor asked the life of thy enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. And what there's a scripture that says how wisdom bringeth one to a kingdom. And very self-explanatory, you know, and very simple to understand. You can't create a kingdom, not only create it, but sustain it if you're an idiot. Like the so-called white man, you know, there's scriptures talk about how the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. He brought his kingdom up, but he can't sustain it. Because you see him doing completely fucking absolutely retarded shit, like getting rid of what backed his currency, getting rid of gold and silver, which has always had value throughout all time. It's always been used in past civilizations. But now you see the, you know, the abolishment of that, everything's going, the currency's going to shit. And now you have other nations that want to back their currencies by gold and silver, you know, that being mentioned. I remember seeing that a long time ago. But, you know, why that? You know, like, even when you're going to just buying gold and silver, it's still valuable. Still extremely valuable. You got to trade in a lot of your U.S. dollars for it. No, it's not the other way around. Poisoning the people. You know, having, even with Esau doing this whole new world order thing with this whole little machinations and his plans and whatnot, he's still destroying his kingdom. You know, the very same earth that you live on, you're destroying it, you fucking retard. That's why it talks about how wisdom bringeth one to a kingdom. It all, you know, it's going to allow that kingdom to continue and to thrive. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And King Solomon, Yahushua is King Solomon. So Yahushua is the wisest man to walk on the earth. They're the same person, you know, same person, different body, but you know, same spirit. I mean, so technically, no, there is no other man that was as wise as, you know, King Solomon, who was Yahushua. And I have also given thee which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. But once again, even with King Solomon's greatness, that Yahweh Shema Shai was behind that. With all the spiritual power that Yahweh Shai bestowed to disciples, Yahweh Shema Shai was behind all that. There are going to be no useless men of the Lord. Even in the kingdom. Because you have a bunch of useless 2/3 niggas right now that can only do anything but impregnate these sows, these walking animal farms, and smoke weed and kill each other. Useless men. And like my guy Esau, a lot of people are reliant upon this system. And like even when you have niggas that are into prepping and whatnot, there's gonna come a time where their resources tap out and their mind can no longer continue because of either longevity of the SHTF or the heavy gravity of it. Because it's not gonna go how people think. You're like even when you go into that movie The Road, that nigga had a bunker, but the owner of that bunker got either taken out or turned into a fucking human shish kebab and was eaten by them cannibals in that basement. As Isaiah 33:6, the Lord can take away your hunger. He can take away your sense of pain. He can take away your irritation of the mind, which is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge should be stability of that time, the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. When you go into Stephen, the Lord took away his sense of pain. He can do that. He created you. It makes sense, But that was pretty much it. Just going to the fact of how the men, that guy say he's a useless man. But it's funny because he had faith and he believed in his worldly skills, which there's nothing wrong with having skills. But the problem is when you put faith in those over the Lord. The Lord's, he allows you to have skills, those skills in the first place. But he said he's a useless man, especially without his phone. He didn't know where he was. He didn't know if there's a hospital around. He didn't know what to do. All he could do was sit there and cry and beg another man for help, like a bitch. And there's a scripture talking about how the mighty men of war are going to be as women, something along the lines of that. How all these strong, tough thug guys, these punk pussy boys these bottom boys are going to bitch up. And I say boy with an I. These bottom boys are going to bitch up. And you even see instances of that where they get arrested and they scream for mommy. What's that nigga George? I think that nigga George Floyd was screaming for mommy. Had a knee on his neck, choking the life out that nigga. But you have a lot of there's that well-known thing of how Jake will call for his mommy when he's getting arrested, or some shit's happening. A bunch of bottom boys. But I hope it's that fine. So all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim God Kadash, and the double apostle and teacher, great Milson, following the truth. Shalom, so hopefully like Israel, instruction, Babylon, great America.